Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to peel back a layer of our cities that you probably never even see. We're going to map the invisible heat that's getting trapped in our streets, block by block.
Okay, so let's just jump right in with a pretty intense idea. After the crazy global heat waves we've been seeing, it's pretty hard to ignore that our cities are getting dangerously hot. They aren't just warm, they're literally absorbing and trapping heat long after the sun has set.
And that's the real question, isn't it? Because this heat isn't spread out evenly. It changes from one block to the next, sometimes even from one side of the street to the other. So can we actually pinpoint the hottest spots? And more importantly, figure out why they're so hot?
All right, let's dive right into our first section. We're going to diagnose what's being called a deadly fever and really get to the bottom of why our cities are finding it so hard to cool off.
So, the key concept here is something called the urban heat island effect. Just think about it for a second. All day long, the concrete, the asphalt, the steel, they're just soaking up sunshine. And then what happens when the sun goes down? Instead of cooling off, they just start blasting all that heat right back out, turning the whole city into an oven.
But, okay, knowing this is happening is one thing. How do you actually see this invisible heat? Well, for that, you need a high-tech detective in space.
And that would be the Landsat 8 satellite. This thing is an absolute game changer. It's flying way up above us, equipped with these incredible thermal infrared sensors that can see what our eyes can't. The heat signatures just radiating off the streets below.
And this is where it gets really cool. We can take all that raw data from space and transform it into these super detailed temperature maps. And suddenly, this invisible reality just pops into view. You can literally see the massive temperature difference between a cool park and a blistering hot parking lot right next door.
Now, this is where the whole analysis gets really clever. We're not just looking at hot versus cold. It's like we're creating a unique thermal fingerprint for every single material that makes up our cities.
So how does it work? It's basically a three-step dance. First, you grab the heat data from the satellite. Second, you figure out what's actually on the ground. Is it grass, asphalt, a rooftop? And third, you mash those two data sets together. It's this perfect fusion of information.
So that classification step is super important. We're talking high-res imagery that can tell the difference between asphalt on a road and, the leaves of an oak tree. We're getting granular, right down to the square meter.
And then, the magic happens. Once you overlay the heat data, you find that each of those materials gives off its own unique spectral signature. It's like asphalt has one specific thermal glow, and a park has a completely different, cooler one.
And this is what leads to the big aha moment of this whole thing. You get this incredibly stark picture of the divide between the stuff we build and the nature we sometimes pave over.
And get this, we're talking a difference of up to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. 20 degrees! That is the difference between a pleasant evening and a dangerously hot one, all within a few steps. It's an absolutely massive difference. And this chart just lays it all out, clear as day. Look at asphalt. It just hangs onto heat. But a tree canopy? It's not just blocking the sun. It's actively cooling the air around it through something called evapotranspiration, which is basically just plants sweating. Pretty cool, right?
And the analysis gets even crazier. It actually finds a statistical breaking point, a threshold where you have so much asphalt packed together that it starts this runaway feedback loop, just getting hotter and hotter on its own.
Okay, so what do we do with all this? These heat maps are incredible to look at, but this isn't just an academic exercise. This is a blueprint for action, for actually engineering a cooler, more livable future for all of us.
We can finally move from just guessing to actually knowing. With this data, we can start making smart, targeted choices. You see a problem spot, like a huge, wide-open road? The data tells you the solution. Plant more trees. It's that direct.
This is a total game changer for city planners. Instead of spreading resources thin, they can be surgical. They can find the exact blocks that are suffering the most and focus their efforts right there. They can even go back and check if a project, like a new park, actually did its job and cooled the area down.
And that really brings it all home, doesn't it? This isn't some abstract citywide problem anymore. This tech brings the reality of climate resilience right down to your street, to your block, to your neighborhood. So it leaves you with a question, right? What does the thermal fingerprint of where you live look like?